Okay, so in this video I'll be showing you how to make a completed web application that you've done in ASP.NET and deploy it and publish it to your web server. And you'll be publishing it to IIS, and there's some settings that you will have to set in the correct way. Some firewall ports that you will need to open in order to publish this onto your company's intranet. So for this purpose, I'm not going to create a real web application. It's just going to be a quick sample because the focus is not on the actual web application but on deploying and publishing it to web server. Okay, so I'm using here Visual Studio Professional 2013. However, the publishing is exactly the same on 2013, 2015, and 2017 on all of those versions. So it shouldn't be much different on whatever version of Visual Studio you are using. So basically, it's to publish your app onto your company's intranet, not onto the internet. That is a different process where you will have to have a DNS server and a web address. But yeah, this is for your intranet. So let's go ahead and see how that is done. Okay, so I'm just gonna create your go new project just to have an actual ASP.NET web application to show you how to publish. You can use an existing web app if you have. We can just go ahead and create a quick dummy one. So I'm just creating here an ASP.NET web application, giving it a name, and just go OK. And I'm just going to select um, an MVC project template, but you can use any one you like, even web forms. So just creating and setting up the framework of this application. Just going to run it just to see if everything's working. Click the play button. Just to verify that it's an actual real web application. Okay, it's just getting my local host up and running. This PC is a little bit slow. Okay, so there you go. It's an ASP.NET app. Nothing much to it. And I'm going to show you now next how to actually take this application and deploy it onto a web server, which is accessible through the company's intranet. So right away you go to your Solution Explorer on the right hand side and click on not actually the solution but on the project. In this case, my test web app. You're gonna basically go and select it, right click on it. Okay, Visual Studio is just having some issues here. So you go and make sure you selected your project and then right click and select publish. Right click and select publish, and this is a very easy way to do it. And as I mentioned, in any version of Visual Studio, basically I think 2010, 2013, 2015 and 2017 is basically the same. It comes up with this publish web dialog, and you're going to select a this drop down here and say new profile, and you can give it any name you want. I'm just going to call it here publish to live. Go OK. And then the publish method, we're going to select file system. We're just going to publish it to an actual folder on our hard drive. So here we're going to select location where we want to deploy the files to or publish the files to on our local machine. And what I'm going to do is just to actually create a folder especially for publishing this application. Okay, just creating a folder here, test publish. Okay, now I'm going to browse, locate that folder we just created. Okay, there we go, select it, click on open, go next, and this you can leave to the default configuration, release, it will be fine. Publish options, delete all existing files prior to publish, the rest you can leave out unticked. Okay, and publish. And Visual Studio is actually very quick, very fast doing this. You can see here it's now busy compiling, building the application, and then actually deploying it to that folder that we just created. So now you're going to go ahead and go to this location on your hard drive. And you're going to basically select all the files in this folder that published it. Select them. I'm going to copy them. And now the idea is to copy them onto, copy them from here onto your actual web server. So you're going to type in your web server address. Okay, just type in the correct URL here. Okay, it's asking me to enter some credentials, log onto that machine. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, so there you go. There's a folder or a shared folder on that network, on that machine. I'm going to paste the files I've just copied from the solution. Let's just go to remote desktop connection again, and we put in our computer name that we want to, our web server name that we're going to deploy or publish these files to. Okay, we're on the web server here. So what we're going to do now is to we're going to go now to that folder that we've copied the files to on this machine, on this web server. Just go there and we're going to copy these files and go into the intranet www root folder, which is the default place to put your web applications or websites. Okay, we create a folder especially for it. Paste the files here. And now we're going to go to IIS. Okay, we're going to go to IIS, or Internet Information Services. You open it up, and here we're going to say Add Website. Right click on Site, say Add Website. Give your site a name, any name you want. Remember the name you've given it. And browse to the location in intranet www root. You've just pasted the application files. Just go there and we select this as the physical path. You specify a port that's not in use at the moment, 8085. In my case, it's an open port that no other site is using. Now we go to application pools, and we're going to see the one we've just created. The application is called Test Web App. Check to see that the CLR version is version 4. Click OK. Now remember this name, the application pool name, Test Web App, because this is going to be important. You're going to go to your physical location on the web server where you put your files. Um, just take the read only off. Click on the security tab, and here we need to add the IIS application pool. Give it access to this folder, and you put in the IIS space app pool APPPOOL backslash and then the name of your application pool or your website name. Select the location, the server, this current server name. You'll see it underlines the word there, which means it's finding that. Let's give it full control. Okay, and now security should be sorted out. If you don't do that, then IIS will not be able to, will not have access, security access to that location on the machine. So you have to add that IIS app pool slash and in the name of the web app, the application pool to give it access. Okay, so now we're going to go and refresh the site. Right click, go browse, just to see if we can actually browse to the site on the web server. And it goes, you can see port goes to port 8085, which is an unassigned port, but now it's assigned to our website. That doesn't mean we can access it. We can access it on our intranet from another computer. So we're going to go to Windows Firewall so that we can open up ports. So you can go to inbound rules, select new rule, click the port next, and you put in your, make sure TCP is selected above, put in your port number, allow the connection, click next, make sure domain, private and everything is selected, and you give it a name, any which name you want, Test Web App, and also go to outbound rules and click add new rule, port, specify the TCP port 8085, next, allow the connection, next, and go enter a name you wish, and we're done. So now we should technically be able to go to our local machine or anywhere on the intranet and type in this URL to the published site. Let's see if we can do that. Open up your internet browser, and now you're going to type in http:// and the name of your web server, okay, and then colon and the port number 8085. So it's a server name, colon 8085 or whatever your port number is, slash, and just click enter, press enter, and it comes up. So we can access our web application on our intranet. It's published. Anyone on the network on Active Directory should be able to access this site. And that's it in a nutshell. So it's basically, to recap, you go to your Visual Studio, right click on the project in the Solution Explorer, publish it, make sure the files go onto a local location on your on your machine, on the drive, copy it and paste it onto your actual web server using remote desktop, and then go into IIS, create the website, point it to the location or the folder location where you copied and pasted your files. Set up that IIS app pool user, give it access to that folder, and then lastly go to Windows Firewall and create an inbound and an outbound rule to allow access to that specific port that your site is running on, and then you can access it on your network, your company's internet, and that's basically it. Okay, there's our site.